Mike, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. I'd love to start out by learning more about you. Tell me a little bit about where you come from and how you got into the hog business.
We're a family farm that's based in southwest Minnesota. So I grew up around agriculture, surrounded by farm life. And today, that's our focus, is producing pigs and pork.
It sounds like it's been quite a journey. You spent your whole life in ag. Tell me a little bit about Boerboom.
So we finish about 450,000 pigs a year. We own and operate 2 sow farms ourselves, and then we're partners in an additional 4 sow farms in South Dakota. We have about 50 employees that are direct employees. In 2012, we built our own feed mill. It allowed for you to better control what's your biggest cost, or what our biggest cost is, and that's feed. But it comes with a ton of challenges: scheduling, logistics, trying to get feed orders timed.
And so tell me about how the feed mill used to run.
Prior to us working with Bin Century, we had about 40% of our sites monitored with scales. The other 60% of the sites were I'll just say the old school contract grower, or the employee was banging on the bin or checking the bin levels and guessing where he's at.
What's that like, running a business where people are guessing out there and sending you a text 24 hours before they need a truck?
It's a little frustrating in that you'd like to have a little bit better planning than just relying upon them sending you a message 24 hours before they need feed, especially when you consider feed is the biggest cost of raising a pig.
Ag has a labor challenge. How's that affect Boerboom?
Our labor shortages have definitely affected our business. It's a lot harder to find people that are interested in working with pigs, that have the right skill set, that have the desire to care for livestock on a daily basis. So it's been very hard. So we've definitely been seeking out ways that we can save on labor.
How do you go through the decision of choosing Bin Century as a technology partner?
So we stumbled across Bin Century about 9 months ago, actually, at the World Pork Expo. We looked at it, decided to do a small pilot at first.
What are the differences? How does it help Boerboom?
We're able to plan a lot more efficiently. We've gone from reacting to a phone call to, on a daily basis, proactively going through, looking at what needs feed and more or less approving orders. And it's allowed for the workload day to day to become much more consistent. Now, if we know we're going to be working on a weekend or have a big day, it's because we're planning it, not because the grower is asking for it. When we did a pilot, I was hesitant as to the accuracy of the camera. So I actually went out to the sites and climbed all 20 bins that we had in the pilot, just to confirm that, okay, yeah, is what's reading out on the 3D image is what's actually in the bin. And it was 20 for 20. All of them were spot on to what was showing up on the web interface, down to one site having a little 10-pound patch of feed stuck on a sidewall. We haven't had any connectivity issues with the data making it from the site back to the mill.
What's the impact been on your driver schedules or your trucking costs?
With Bin Century, we're certain that every truck is able to leave here full, and that truck will be able to fit at the site. Too often before, with the grower guessing, he might either not want to order a full truck so he can make a weekend, or he would over-order feed, and then you're forced to find another spot to go. So if that was happening 2 to 3 times a week before, there's hundreds of miles and hours that are saved on a weekly basis to make sure we have things right.
How do you think about technology in general and how you use it as part of your strategy at Boerboom?
Bin Century definitely provided a solution to a problem, and that was ability to remotely monitor feed bins. That's really our focus, is what is it saving and what is it gaining us.
What was the process like for installing Bin Century technology?
So the process to install Bin Century was super easy. We had somebody from Bin Century staff come down and train our maintenance manager how to do the installations. 2 guys working over 2 days. We were basically able to put in 150 units very, very quickly. If we compare that to how long it would have taken to install scales or wire other technology, it's a fraction of the time there.
How do you think this technology affects your ability to to maintain schedules?
With Bin Century, we'll be able to make sure that there's always feed in the bins, which is going to allow for the animals to always be fed and allow us just to stay on a better and more predicted schedule. If we're going to make a change and it's something from a technology standpoint, it has to be something that's going to make things easier for us.
And has Bin Century held up to those parameters for you?
Yeah, so far for us, Bin Century was easy to install. The interfaces have been easy to operate, and it's definitely saved us time, allowing us to better plan our feed mill operations.